Hey guys, so I'm here today to film a hair update video for you. As you can see, my hair is back to a normal color. Now the lighting in here does make my hair have like a little bit of a, I don't want to call it green, but it's not its best color in here. So I will be inserting pictures throughout, but if you're not caught up, I've had a hair catastrophe happening to my hair over the last month. I got a bad dye job. It faded out, I had banding, there were green undertones to my hair. It was a disaster. I'll link my last two hair videos in the description or up here somewhere so that you guys can catch up on the hair catastrophe. But where we left off was my hairdresser decided that she didn't want to fix my hair anymore. She sent me a text message basically telling me I wasn't grateful enough for the fact that she was going to fix my hair, and she blocked my phone number. That was on a Thursday. And I am scheduled to leave for vacation. Well, I was scheduled to leave for vacation exactly 13 days later. So I was supposed to have my appointment on the Monday, which was like the Monday before, it was like 7 days before I left. So I had a panic attack and I messaged my friend who does hair, and I was like, help me. This is what happened. I sent her the screenshots because I already sent her the pictures of my hair, and she kind of coached me through the fact that I should be asking for someone to fix it for free. So I sent her the screenshot and was like, this girl is fucking ghosting me. Like, I don't have time to deal with this right now. I go on vacation in like 10 days and I need my hair fixed, because like if I need people to wear my hair down and like my hair, or I'm gonna be pissed. I've been planning this vacation for over a year. I meet one of my best friends who I've never met before from the internet. Going with my husband, it's gonna be amazing, and like there's gonna be so many pictures taken. I need cute pics. Lots of cute pics, cute hair. So I messaged my friend, and so that was the Thursday. On the Friday, she got me in for a consult at 6:30 at night. I went in and met a girl named Sam. Ironically, Sam is one of the girls that I had actually consulted with when I wanted to go silver. When I wanted to go silver, I had messaged Stacy and Sam on Instagram and been like, send the pictures and be like, this is what I want, let me know what you think. Sam had been like, okay, we can totally do that, but it'll probably take a couple sittings. Stacy was like, yeah, we can totes do it in one shot. So if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. So I went to Sam and she did a consult, and she was like, yeah, your hair has green undertones and there's banding, but like there's so much breakage in the top section, like all of my ends are broken off. So she was like, I don't want to, like I can't really do a whole lot to it. So she was like, I want to do a bleach bath first to get the toner out, because she's like, you can't really tone over top of hair that already has so much toner in it, and like your toner has a green tone to it. She was like, basically what happened was your hair was brassy when you went in. Instead of using a violet toner, she used a blue-based toner, and blue and yellow make green. So that's why your hair has a green tone to it, where she should have used a more violet toner. So she's like, what I want to do is do a bleach bath, see what we get to, and then we'll do some toning so that you can have hair that's livable, and then maybe we can do some baby lights to hide your banding. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I was like, by the way, I leave for vacation in 10 days. And she was like, I'm booked until the middle of April. And I was like, I'm going to shave my head then. That's the only option. So she was like, okay, listen, my friend Michelle who works here does my hair. Sam has silver hair. So she's like, she does my hair. She can fit you in on Wednesday at 10:45 a.m. We'll do a bleach bath and whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. Now my first question was, okay, so when I went to Stacy, she bleached my roots. And then she wanted to do a bleach bath on my ends originally to get the residual toner out, but then she was like, after she bleached my roots, she was like, I don't think your hair can handle a bleach bath. And I asked the girl, I was like, the girl said my hair can't handle a bleach bath. And she was like, a bleach bath does not really penetrate all the way through to your hair. It's more like works on the outside of your hair. So she's like, your hair will be fine, whatever. So I went in yesterday to get my hair done. And I saw Michelle, and I explained to her, like, listen, I have the trip of my life coming up. I need to have wearable hair. So she was like, listen, in order to get the banding, what I think we need to do is we need to root you out, which basically means I'm going to take a dark color, blend it, a darker, like ashy blonde, blend it to your roots, or blend it to the banding, and then I'll use a lighter color, ashy blonde on the bottom, so that it all blends together, so you can have lighter blonde pieces on the bottom, but we'll use that darker toner to kind of hide the banding. And I was like, you know what, that's fine. At this point, I had kind of figured that I was gonna have to have darker on top and then blonde at the bottom, and I was okay with that. I was like, you know what, that's fine, I'm into that. At this point, I will take anything that's wearable. So the first thing she did was she took me to the sink and she applied a bleach bath to my hair. She did basically my ends first, let it sit for a bit, and then she did my roots, then shampooed me and conditioned me. While I was in the sink, she was like, listen, how do you feel about a treatment? It'll be $40 for a partial keratin treatment. I'll leave it on for like 10 minutes and I just think your hair would really benefit from it. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. Like my hair feels like hay, like the parts at the top are so puffy and frizzy because basically I have so much breakage throughout this area that I have more hair on like this part of my head than this part of my head. So like I feel like, remember that like scene haircut from like 2005 where everyone had like super short layers up here and the swoopy bangs and like your hair looked ridiculous? That's what I feel like I have by accident. So she did a keratin treatment. I was like, you know, 40 bucks isn't bad. And I appreciate that she sat there at the sink with me and she told me the price. She was like, I want to do this on your hair. This is how much it will cost. What do you think? And I was like, yes, let's do it. And when I had gone in for the consult, Sam had given me a quote for how much it would cost. A bleach patch was this much, toners was this much. I think it came out to being about $150 was my quote. And I was like, yeah, that's totally fine. So then this girl was like, let's do a keratin treatment for 40 bucks. So we did that, left it on my hair. Then we went over to the chair. She used, I can't remember what it was called, but they used Davines. I don't know if it's Davines or Davines, but the girls in there were saying Davines, and that sounds bougier, so I'm into it. They were using Davines, but she was like, our Davines toners have ammonia in them, and I just don't want to put ammonia in your hair right now because like your hair is a hot mess. And I was like, I'm aware. So she was like, I'm gonna use this other kind, the demi-permanent, and it won't fuck with your hair, and it also won't, she said it won't etch your roots or etch your natural hair, which basically means it won't attach to my natural hair, so it will make it harder to bleach it or anything in the future. And I was like, okay, cool. So she applied the toner, again, a darker color from here to my banding, and then a lighter color on the bottom, and then she like did that thing where you do this and blend the colors together so that it was a nice even fade. Now, when we put the color on the roots, she was like, I'm just warning you. This toner turns black on your hair when it's processing, but that's just how it processes. Once I rinse it out, it won't be black, I promise. And I was like, I appreciate you telling me that. So we did that, let it sit, rinsed it. She took me to her chair. Actually, while she was rinsing it, she was like, hey, so you're not booked in for a blowout, but like, do you want a blowout style? And I was like, yeah, if I could have one, because like, I know it's not her fault, it's whoever booked me in didn't book me for a blowout, but like if you're booking someone for a color treatment, you should also book them in the time for a blowout, because guess what? You can't, first of all, you can't see color until you've dried the hair, so you can't tell what color you actually have. And second of all, no one wants to fucking go pay $200 to get a beautiful hair color and then leave with a wet mop on their head. I was annoyed, but the fact that the girl was like, you're not booked, but like, I will figure it out, I'll work you in. And I was like, okay, cool. She was like, I have half an hour till my next appointment, so I should be fine. But then we went to the chair, and so what she did was she combed out my hair, and then she just blow dried this one piece in the front and one piece in the back so that she could see how it worked. And she was like, it's too warm. And I was like, literally as soon as she was drying it, I was like, oh, it's so warm toned blonde, I don't like it. And but at the same time, like, you could tell that the banding had really dissipated and she had really blended it well, like you couldn't really see the banding, but I didn't love the color. And she was like, it's too warm for me. And I was like, me too. And she was like, do you mind if we tone it again? And I was like, no, let's totally tone it again. So like, again, I appreciate that she looked at my hair and was like, this isn't what I want it to look like. I want you to leave happy. Can I tone it again? And I was like, yes, please. So this time they used the Davines toner with the ammonia in it, because she was like, she's like, I just don't think your hair's grabbing onto the toner very well because it just is like mad at us. And I was like, that's fair. So she I did the exact same thing, a darker toner on the roots, a lighter toner on the ends, blended it together, let it sit. And she said she used like her ashiest toner and put in like extra ash and extra violet so that it would really take. But then by the time that was sitting, her next appointment was already there. So she actually asked one of the, I think they're like junior stylists. You know when you go to a salon, there's always the girl running around who's like combing out hair or like rinsing out color or like basically helping all the other not older stylists, but like more experienced stylists. So this girl, she was like, can you rinse her color and start giving her a blowout? So she went and rinsed my color. Oh, and I forgot to mention that so I went to a salon called Fortelli's in Mississauga. They have multiple locations, but they were fantastic. They like ask you questions every way. They explain things to you. They really understand that regular humans don't know a lot about hair. You need to check in with your client. So the girl rinsed my hair out, and as they're rinsing out your hair, they have like a standard head massage they do while they condition it. And it's not just like a regular, like, you know when someone rinses your shampoo out and whatever. No, this was like a 3-minute full-on head massage all over your head, and I fucking almost came in that chair. And I got it twice because I got it from my stylist after I got my first toner rinsed out, and then this girl after I got my second toner rinsed out. So like, fucking jackpot. So she rinsed out my hair and then took me to the chair and she brushed it out. And Because I had told my friend about my experience, everyone there was like, oh, we saw your pictures. And I showed them my picture was from before I went there, and they were like, that's what you went with before? And I was like, yeah, and then because my stylist wanted to see what it looked like after, and they were like, I would be so pissed with you. You're being such a good sport about this. And I was like, well, I can't fucking do anything about it. So the girl was like, oh yeah, I know you. Cassandra told me about your story. I was there when you were texting her. And I was like, oh God, my life. So she brushed out my hair, and then my stylist came over, like while she's dyeing someone else's hair, she came over and was like, hey, can you blow dry one piece of her hair and then come get me so I can see the color. So she did that, and this is what the color turned out. And she was like, honestly, I just think that she's like, at this point, your hair is just so mad at us that it won't really go any ashier. Because she's like, I put the ashiest shit in it we have, and it won't, it's just like, it's not taking any more color. I think you just need to give your hair some time to heal. And I was like, that's fine, I'm fine with it. Like, it's not a super warm color, and like, it's blended. You can't really see the banding. Now you can see it more right now because it's straight. When I barrel curl it, you won't be able to see it, but I wanted to straighten it so that you guys could see that she honestly really helped to hide the banding by doing a bleach bath and by blending that toner through. I'm gonna show you the back. The back was way worse than the front. I didn't get a picture of it, but it was bad. So yeah, this is what it looks like now, and honestly, I'm so happy. I told her about the purple Pravana mask that I used to keep my hair silver, and she was like, honestly, I would just try using that. Keep it in your hair to see if it'll pull any more ash into your hair, because the toning mask is more like a color deposit. I just like overtone my hair basically. So she was just like, you should keep trying that, see if it works. If not, like, this is a good enough color for now. Like, at least I have a hair color that's not green. It's not orange like when I first bleached it. And it looks nice. It looks like it's not, like, it doesn't look like someone fucked up my hair. As you can see, my roots are pretty dark. She definitely pulled through the darkness, but I don't mind it, honestly. Like, I've always liked a shadow root, and roots are in, and I honestly think that my hair is gonna blend really well with this while it's growing out. And just like, the fact that this girl was able to fix my hair with a bleach bath and 2 tones is a fucking miracle to me. Because when I was talking to Stacy, my old stylist, she wanted to actually bleach out my banded areas. But the problem is where my breakage is, as you can see, my breakage is actually above where the banding was. Like, my hair broke off at the banding here, and in the back, you can see there's like these little short pieces, like they broke off at the banding. So like, bleaching the banding will be way too dangerous for my hair. Also, I didn't get bangs because I'm still not sure what I want to do with them. I'm hoping I can just kind of like sweep it over like this for now. I might just cut my own bangs, because if I did, it would just be like this, and I really just have to cut like these little tiny pieces here to make bangs. And I've cut my own bangs before, so like, I'm not that concerned about it. When I had a fringe, I used to cut my own bangs all the time. So yeah, I just wanted to film this video so that I could tell you guys, anyone that's had this problem, how to fix banding. If your stylist is being a fucking bitch about it and giving you stuff that you don't think is gonna work for your hair, go somewhere else, go for a consult somewhere else. My hair is so gorgeous. I'll insert pictures of what it looks like in daylight right after I got it, because the ring light doesn't do it justice. It's the green, like mint green walls in here. I need to repaint this room, but I'm not going to because I'm poor. But it's just like, my hair feels healthier because of the keratin treatment for sure. And it looks like a real hair color. Like, I'm so fucking happy. As soon as, after the first tone, I was like, okay, it's too warm, but like, I was looking at it and I was like, I can literally see that there's like little to no banding. And at the end, my hairstylist was even like, she's like, you know, as a stylist, there's parts of your hair that I'm not happy with, because she's like, I think it was like under here, some places you can like still see the banding. But like, the fact that she told me that was like angelic. Like, in here, you can kind of still see the banding, but she was like, and in the back, she wasn't happy with it, but she's like, just barrel curl your hair until, she's like, barrel curl your hair, give it 3 months, and then we should be able to like really work with it. So I'm down with that. I'm so happy with how my hair turned out. If you're looking for a good stylist and you're in the GTA area, I went to Fortelli's in Mississauga, and it was fucking amazing. They literally saved my hair. Like, saved it. When I get back from my trip, I'll probably go for another treatment. She said the keratin treatment will last up to 9 washes. I don't wash my hair very often, so that will last me a pretty long time. And like, I'm just over the fucking moon about how awesome my hair looks. Like, I'm so happy. I didn't really want to be a blonde, but I love it. And it's a real life hair color, unlike the other one that was green. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me, leave them down below and I'll try to answer whatever I can. But yeah, I have hair again, guys. That's pretty. And in 7 days before I leave. What a fucking miracle. So thank you guys for watching and I will talk to you next time. Bye.